He is investigating a hate crime against a young gay teenager. Health officials in Uganda and Nigeria believe the new anti-gay laws will somehow lower HIV infection rates. Afani says the laws only promote violence and fear.
Ever since that night, the mobs attack, life has not been the same any longer in this community. You know, the beating, you know, they seized my phone.
They came to attack.
Before the law, 15 new patients walked into his clinic every week. Now that number is down to 4.
The world is saying we want HIV/AIDS-free generation. We can't achieve that without including men who have sex with men. We can't achieve that without involving transgender people.
Nigerian officials say no one is being denied health services because of the law.
Where the law is concerned is when gays would go and congregate and show that we are gays and we are making love on the street and all of that. The law frowns at that. And treatment for any kind of disease in Nigeria is open to all citizens, irrespective of their status.
You cannot walk into a clinic, you cannot get drugs if you're HIV positive in Nigeria. It's nearly impossible. You are so restricted, you are so stigmatized, you are so discriminated against by the healthcare industry. So for him to say that is crazy.
Undeterred, Afani presses on.
When I wake up every day, I want to do more. I want to see people smile. I want to see equality that is achieved across board in Nigeria someday of our life.
Afani is absolutely a hero. I think it's very hard for people in the West to understand exactly what he's up against, the hostility and hatred that he's up against, and that the fact that he refuses to back down and goes into the fire and faces it is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
In Washington, D.C.'s gay African-American community, stigma and fear are keeping many from confronting the crisis. We follow Christian Page Bass, a young gay HIV-positive man who had his own fears about seeking treatment, as he encourages other gay men to seek health services.
You got it. I was saying the dream like he just did. I really love to sing. I think God gifted me with a talent to be able to use my voice to sing.
Christian Page Bass also likes to raise his voice with a message of inclusion.
We don't like to call ourselves a gay church. We call ourselves radically inclusive because we have transgender and we have straights or heterosexuals as well that attend the church. But I love it.
But the small town in North Carolina where Christian grew up was far from inclusive. In the southern U.S., conservative values are strong.
Didn't know what gay was because the word gay was never used. The word mainly was faggot. That was the word. I didn't know anything about gays. When you're going to be a faggot, it's not you're going to be gay, you're going to be a faggot. Or you are a faggot. And I don't like that term.
In 2001, both Christian and his mother, an intravenous drug user, were diagnosed as HIV positive.
Thank you.
When she died, 5 years later of complications from AIDS, Christian was gripped with fear.
I looked on the dresser, and she had already started doing her pill box for the next week.